Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing this really just bright green with like a dramatic wing. I feel like the wing kind of adds a little bit of an edge to it and makes it a little bit more structured, which is interesting because the other green looks that I've done on my channel recently I don't think that they have featured a wing, so this is a little bit of an interesting variation. So I hope you guys like this look as much as I do. If you are new, however, my name is Anya and I post new videos on my channel every single day. I love to talk about makeup, I love to post tutorials, get ready with me's, and I also love to give a little bit of makeup commentary as well. So my channel is pretty much a melting pot of all things makeup related. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. It'll be down below, and then I also have some playlists and video things in the cards as well. So with that little promotion out of the way, let's just get into the video. Today I want to work with some green tones. I want to experiment a little bit, and I was looking at the 35M palette from Morphe, the Boss Mood, that I kind of didn't really like, and I was sort of I wanted to try and use it again for the sake of science. I'm kidding, but I wanted to try and use it again because I didn't like it, and I just want to see my thoughts on it. I want to see if I still have the same opinions. I really want to work with these three colors, the colors that I found to be the most difficult. And I want to start off with this color right here. I'm just going to load it up, really load it up onto a fluffy brush and hope for the best. I definitely think that today I want to work with a very simple kind of eye look. I definitely want to be a little bit more minimal but still very striking. We'll see how that turns out. By the way, I think that at this point a lot of you guys might have already seen the video that I well, as I'm filming this, I posted this video, I think it was last week, and I titled it the worst video I've ever done. And basically the entire video was a normal tutorial. It was kind of an editorial makeup, but I wanted to make sure that it was the most shall I say meme heavy makeup tutorial. And it's interesting because I actually don't really look at memes. I find them amusing. I literally did not know what a meme was until after Vine was over, and I did not know really what Vine was until it was already gone, and I still don't really know what Vine is. I still don't really understand it. So I mean, that video, I just compiled some sound bits and some just weird little videos, and kind of did some singing in that video. Those of you guys that watched that video probably still have ear problems because of it. But basically, yeah, that was a pretty wild video. It was a pretty fun thing to film. Well, not a fun thing to film. It was more the editing. It was fun to film, and when I was filming, I wasn't expecting to edit it in that way, but then I edited it, and it was really lots of fun. So I mean, I don't know, I might do something like that again if you guys enjoy it, if you guys like it. I will say that a lot of times I prefer to do videos in a more traditional serious sense, but then every now and then I just get bored, you know? And then I just want to go I just want to go a little bit cray-cray, you know? I feel we all have that feeling sometimes. I actually did a review, first impressions, I think a tutorial or so with this palette, and I think that in the end I just didn't really prefer it. And I mean, I think it's an okay palette, but it's just mediocre, and I don't think anyone should be investing in mediocre in this day and age, because it's kind of pointless. But since I have it, you know, I kind of just wanted to break it out and use it, you know. So this, by the way, is a rather stiffer crease brush. I wanted to use a crease brush to really blend things out, but at the same time, this is a stiffer crease brush. It is not your typical fluffy crease brush. It is on the stiffer side. So also, I'm just adding this lighter color into my inner crease. I'm going to be taking some more of this green color, and I just want to apply it a little bit closer to the center of my eyelid. I'm leaving a little bit of blank space in there because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some glitter glue. This is going to go right into that blank space. I like to tap it so it becomes a tad tackier. I feel like that helps. And you thought I was going to go into these shimmers. And if you thought I was going to go into these shimmers, my friend, you're wrong. I'm not going to handle these shimmers. I'm not going to tolerate them. I'm not ready for that kind of stress. So I'm going to go into the Masquerade palette by Juvia's. And I'm going to go into this beautiful, bright, like a green color. Taking my finger and I'm literally going to apply this right on top of that glitter glue. Literally just pushing it in. I love using my fingers in makeup because you can really just get some beautiful effects. I am applying most of the shade into the inner portion of my eyelid. That's where I want the most intensity, and then I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to lightly just blend out the outer edges of that green, and I just want to merge it in with the yellow. See, the thing is with this palette, like, it's usable. I'm going to take a little bit more of that green and just apply it into my outer corner. It's not impossible to use. I'm liking this look because I'm like adding in like another color from a different palette, you know? This palette is not impossible to use, but it's not the best in my personal opinion. I did break it down in my review that I did. I kind of like gave you guys like a general idea of like what I thought of the palette, but you know, it's just like, I love the color scheme. It is so beautiful, but that's about it. Next, I'm going to go in with some foundation. Like I said, we're doing a pretty simple kind of look today, and that's why I just want to like go in with like just a little bit of foundation, not a lot at all. The way I basically decrease coverage is by taking like a drop of foundation, just coating the brush with it, and literally like just gently applying it onto my face and buffing it out like incredibly. You can literally barely see that it's there. It's like it's almost like it's not there, which is, I admit, kind of how I like it. So I'm just going to do that. And then for my lower lash line, I kind of want to go with like a little bit of a darker, deeper color. And I have this brush, and it actually has like a little bit of like green pigment on it. So I know this is disgusting. I'm going to clean my brushes at some point. Probably this week. I know. But you know what? Yes, I have said this before and I'll say it again. I'm the only one that uses these brushes. So it's my responsibility. You know, it's my my consequence if, you know, anything happens. I don't think anything will, but, you know. But I'm just going to dip it into like this green color right here, and this is like a dark green, and I'm going to apply this into my lower lash line. I can't remember. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I can't remember the performance of this like dark green, and now that it's going on patchy, I kind of wish I had thought of that. This is not the best look. It is literally going on so patchy. Oh my gosh, that's bad. Oh gosh, okay, I'm going to just lightly use the buffing brush to sort of like clean the edges of this up. That's a trick, by the way. If you want to clean up the edges of your eyeshadow, just sweep upwards with your foundation brush and you can like clean things up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go in with a small detail brush, go into another Morphe palette. I'm picking up this one, and I'm gonna dip into this color, which I know for a fact performs a lot better than that color just performed. And I'm just going to stamp it into my lower lash line. To even things out a bit, I'm then going to go into this palette and pick up this color and just run this along my lower lash line. I am going to layer more of that dark green from this palette onto my lower lash line. For fallout, I just like to always take a fan brush and just brush it off, and if that doesn't work, I just, take my buffing brush and just, clean things up a little bit. I've literally done nothing to this eye, but everything to this eye, so I'm gonna go and play catch up and just work on this eye a little bit to have it match up to this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I added a little bit of a winged liner. It is quite thick because I messed up several times. It's like I've been wearing winged liner a lot more often than usual, so you would think I'm not messing up, but I am. So anyway, looking at this, I kind of want to go for something a little bit more fun and unique in my inner corner. So I'm just going to take this silver shadow from Colourpop and I'm just going to pop this into my inner corner. I mean, this isn't really that fun and unique, it's just a silver, but who's judging? And to make it a little bit more blingy and a little bit extra smash fabulous, I'm going to go into this little shadow right here called Ladybird. This is actually a very sheer but very sparkly formula. I just want to use it to give the silver a little bit extra pop and some more reflective parts. So I mean, I think I like this. My wings are not even at all. Please forgive me. I'm actually waiting for my lashes to get a little bit more tacky, so I'm just going to go to my cheek area and I'm just going to apply some highlight. I have been using the Kylie Cosmetics highlight. This is a loose powder highlight and I like to take the product left on the lid to really give me a beaming, glowy look. I'm going to be going in with some bronzer and I'm just going to bronze up my cheeks. I'm also going to go and apply some mascara to my lower lash line. Since I'm so top heavy with this eye look, I really want to make my lower lash line a little bit clumpier when it comes to mascara, so that's why I'm just going to apply a little bit extra. I was looking and sort of thinking about what I want to do next, and I kind of want to apply some colored liner into my waterline. This particular shade is from Colourpop and it's in the shade Zulu. Guess whose memory card ran out of juice? Mine. I was able to put the liner in my waterline, and I do like how this look has come together so far. I feel like it's looking good. I do want to go for some lip gloss. So let me just get that out really quickly. I want to go for something a little bit more I think I want to go for something a little bit more sheer today. I'm going to be using this. I think, yeah, this will look good. This is by Fenty Beauty, and it's the Gloss Bomb in the shade Diamond Milk. I'm just going to take a little bit onto my fingertip and just press it into my lips. Same thing as I always do. And then, because I want to be super duper extra, I'm going to go for the Buxom lip cream in the shade White Russian. I'm putting this just in the center of my lips. The shade is actually a little bit darker than the Fenty gloss, but it's more opaque than the Fenty gloss, so when I apply to like the middle of my lip, I feel like it just adds a little bit of an interesting highlight. So that is pretty much the end of this look. This is how it turned out. I really like how it worked out. I mean, even though my thoughts still stand regarding this palette, I think that this is just something that I need to use a little bit more in my collection, because I don't want to just like let it alone and just have it go to waste, you know. I would still want to use it, and I do like how this look came together. Of course, you do not need to feel like you absolutely have to use every single product that I use. Just, you know, see what you have in your own collection and go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.